Now, Coach, I got to ask you about this. I saw, you remember he was in the 7-Eleven and getting the candy and stuff. It was...
Get that, but it's not glazed. The King pack, you always go King. Gotta go purple Skittles.
Funny, but it reminded me, when I saw him with the Skittles, I thought about Marshawn Lynch.
The game is a toss-up. Both teams are terrific. Pete Carroll always enjoying the moment. Marshawn Lynch, what kind of a day will he have? But he's going to start with Skittles. So nothing else is new.
I'm gonna leave you with some candy to get ready for the Super Bowl.
Thank you. That's like the best thing ever, Skittles in Super Bowl.
Hell yeah, put it together and let it rock, baby.
Has Skittles ever reached out to Tank, man, like how they did with Marshawn Lynch for endorsements? Because I think that would be a great marriage, a great combination between Skittles and Tank. That would be great.
I liked that scene because of the simple fact they got the same personality of Tank. You know what I'm saying? They got Tank as this killer in the ring and woo woo woo, but they don't understand this guy. He's different. You know what I'm saying? I see him do things for people that you like, wow. You know. But again, he like to keep his little personal life to himself.
Now, I gotta ask you, with the possibility of the different opponents coming up for Tank Coach Kenny, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. You might want to answer, might not. All right, when you look at someone like a Devin Haney, what's some of the weaknesses that you see in his game?
Power, lack power. He don't have no guts. He's not a type of fighter that go in and commit. You know what I mean? I don't want to say everything because
exactly. Yeah, just a little something.
They know what we're working on.
All right, next name. Well, see, Floyd brought this name up. But he campaigns at 140, TEOFIMO LOPEZ.
Yes.
But let me ask you this before you answer. When that fight comes up with him and Josh Taylor wins, would that entertain a fight with Josh Taylor?
As long as Tank got unfinished business at 135.
Okay.
And I feel like, I'm glad you asked that. I feel like somebody's trying to protect Devin Haney. They're trying to talk Tank into moving up to 140. No, finish 135 out first, then go up to 140 if you want. Because he make 135 easy. He's not struggling to make the weight. Why should he go up?
Yeah, why we go up? We know we can make the weight.
Stay there and defend it 20 more times. You know
I'm like this. If that's your weight class that you campaigning at, that's what we're going to
stay there. Have stay 160 his whole career. You know, why you can't stay 135?
It's not that you have to go up to 140. Yeah. Then you giving up a weight class that you made a money weight class.
Right. I wouldn't go up to 140
until they get another star. It's no star up there right now. It's no star at 140.
Exactly.
There's no star at 140 that's raking in like making people go, oh man.
If TEOFIMO want to fight, come back down to 35. He right now he's smaller than Tank. I seen him last month in camp.
Yeah, we did.
He's smaller. Yeah, he's smaller than Tank.
That's what fighters normally do. They go up. They either go up to a fight or come down to a fight because that guy is that money guy.
Mm-hmm. Because
and correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct. Because the only reason I brought Taylor's Josh Taylor because of the whole UK situation. I know Tank's been to the UK, but then I just thought about that. Nah, Tank wouldn't.
They say he'll come.
He said he would come. Yeah, that's right. He did say that. He did say that.
He said that. You know, so you never know.
And you know how that UK bring their crowd with them.
That's what you look.
See, I'm thinking about the big money fights. That little pay-per-view after 1.4. A lot of people talk about.
Look at what type of money that he bought when he did came to the U.S. and fought. You know what I'm saying? He got numbers here.
Because you talked about that, coaches. This group with the Kings, because you know they talk about the next under them, like with the Frank Martins and them, but they still got unfinished
business. For 4
business.
years they've been talking about them 4 Kings. Let them 4 Kings fight, and then you talk about the ones that's coming. Don't go get another whole generation.
It was only LOPEZ, Romo, and Shakur, and it was Devin Haney, and Tank.
And it was one that Tank didn't speak last week. He was one.
Wait, Ryan. It was Ryan. Martin wasn't mentioned.
No.
What's his name? Wasn't even in the talks.
Cruz.
Because he wasn't nowhere. That's why I'm personal with Cruz, because we made him a star.
Big one, you know.
You know, so
we made Rolly a star by knocking him off.
Yeah.
So let's not talk about nobody until we that generation at 4 Kings.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Four
like
kings that they made kings.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to get out of it now.
I forgot to ask about this. You know, because what was Kenny Porter's role? I had saw him at a press conference and said he was Tank's helping out with the strength and conditioning. Did that continue
No,
throughout?
one of our strength and conditioning kids wasn't there at the time. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't know was he going to make it there and whatnot. Kenny came in to help out. You know, Kenny good friend of ours.
He was actually just taking a running. He wasn't in strength and
No, I wasn't
conditioning.
no strength
Oh,
and conditioning.
okay.
No, he was just
Okay.
actually working on his running, and he's familiar with some of the landscapes of Vegas and whatnot. But once we got our other coach there and whatnot, figure out strategy. How would I sit there and say this camp? We was just everywhere. We was everywhere. And it was a big show. We did 2 press conferences, 2 different states. We had to make sure we was training and whatnot. So we just was everywhere. And the situation, the so-called put us out the gym, made us really tighten up, and that was a good thing. That's why I wasn't mad about it. It was a blessing that God gave to us. Like, okay, let's tighten up. We tighten up.
How close did the team get when that happened? Because you said it was like a real big family at that point. Like everybody was close knit.
It was good, to tell you the truth. I mean, we was in LA.
Yeah.
When I first got the call, I made another call. They said, no, that's not true. Then when we got home, we said, bang, don't worry about it. We'll see how it works out. But at the end of the day, it worked out marvelous. You know what I'm saying? Because it brought us together. It made us make sure we kept people away from us and just kept doing what we doing.
Well, we was coming down to the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And it was time to buckle down, you know?
And so it worked out real good.
So it was a perfect time.
Yeah. And Floyd still came to the gym with us, didn't he?
The last 2 days, he came to the gym.
So again, it worked out.
You know, with Tank now being in the position that he is in now, I can see him, you know, opening up his own for training, just for when it's camp life. Like I mean, buy like the camp house. You can buy a camp house instead of renting. You
All
know
these
what I
things
mean?
are coming. It's coming. We're working on it as you speak.
So we
man.
had to go through the BS anymore. You know?
Exactly, because when you got like he
Unpredictable.
could buy a camp house, you can rent it out during the year for other camps to come in. So
Like I
it's,
said, God bless the child that had his own. That was his lesson. That was his lesson. That's all.
Time to stand on 10.
Yeah, that's all. That's all it was.
now, one of the other things a lot of people were talking about was the merch. It happened to be that the merch was actually at the fight this time. How did that go with the merch?
That's not my lane.
Oh, okay.
That's not my lane, but I was happy to see that they was listening and make sure the fan had some merchandise there. So that was there. Plenty more to come.
It went well.
Yeah.
It went well, man.
Do you feel right now, from what we see from Tank, that he talked about it like with Ryan, he was surprised how slow he was. Does that tell you that Tank is in his prime where everything is just tremendously slowed down?
We knew that Ryan was slow.
Yeah, we knew that.
He was fast against the caliber of people that he was fighting. You know what I mean? But when you get in there with somebody that can match your speed or faster, it's gonna show. Just like a lot of people was fast until they fought Floyd Mayweather. When they got in front of Floyd, they was average.
And I said the same thing. Oh, everybody say all these things until you got to stand in front of the person. You know what I'm saying? Then you actually see it's real now. That's why when all of them sit there talking all that talk. Keep talking, because that's all you're doing is putting gasoline on the goddamn. I mean, gas to existence.
Because one of the things you said, man, Tank don't play them games. He don't say nobody's name.
He's doing it in interviews. I don't even want to say their name.
I heard it, yeah, the other day with Ellis,
He
yeah.
don't even want to give them the thought, the time of day out of them. And that's just real. Everybody think we be worrying about everybody else. No, we don't.
Shout out to Ellie. Remember, Tank got a good report, man. A lot of YouTube hate that fact that Ellie got that access like that.
This. When they send them contracts to us and Tank say, let's do that. Guess what? We rolling. Simple as that. We rolling. You sit there and say, man, the fight right, the money right. Let's go.
Now, Coach, you said you wanted to see him at least get one more fight in before the year's up.
Yeah, I would like to see that. That means that it shut them haters up. He did 3 fights in 1 year. pull that one off, what they gonna talk about next?
Now, with that being said, fourth quarter of the year, you already said the person who you wanted.
That's what I would like to say, but I think they got somebody. I don't know what they're doing, but that's the person that I would like to see us go against again.
You know, finish the year strong with a third fight, possibly looking at being up for a possible fighter of the year candidate. Also for you all, possible.
I don't even
Have you thought about that?
Top Rank don't give us no. All the people.
As long as God said, I'm good.
Right here, bud.
Hey, as long as God said, that's all that counts.
That's all that counts. We don't worry about that. We don't train for that.
I see. I knew this. Y'all don't even worry. Like Tank don't worry about that pound for pound list. He don't worry about no belt.
I said, yo, listen to that.
We've been
that pound for pound list ain't gonna change your life.
We've been offering
That pound
awards, you know, but
we don't even get awards here.
people come here and get an award.
I walk in that gym.
That's the
and the
award.
kids give me a hug.
That's the award.
That's the award.
When the kids smile, that's the award right there.
You know, that's 100 what you said right there, Coach. Because you know, I got a regular job, so outside of that, to go do stuff with the kids, man, that's my enjoyment right there. I don't get no pay for that. I love doing that because
That's the best thing in the world is a happy
If
kid.
I can go in the store and somebody paying for it, I said, no, don't worry about that. I'm gonna pay for it. And they go, for real? I just made that person day.
That's a blessing, you know.
Get what I'm saying? It's about just putting a smile on somebody's face that make you tear. That's when you know you're doing something good. That's when you know you're doing something good, when it makes you tear. It makes you feel good. It makes you sit there and say, dang, I did something good for somebody for a change.
you know, since Tank has been doing what he's doing, how has the enrollment here at Upton been going?
Me and Kitty came back. I said, yo, we gotta do some house cleaning.
Every time Tank fight, man,
We gotta
get
do some house
many
cleaning.
new recruits, people
Man, we gotta
lining
do some
up.
house cleaning.
Want to join.
So it's almost like people going to the gym on New Year's.
Yeah, man, God dang.
But it's God's work.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
It's a
how we look at
blessing.
it. I just
It's a
keep
blessing.
asking them the blessings to be able to do what we want to do.
And everybody's not going to be world champion, but if we can save them, keep them here while they go through that peer pressure age, long enough for them to know that they'll leave here, they'll be a productive citizen. We did our job, you know.
That's real talk. So what I'm trying to do is make some good citizens, make some good choices, let them see it. We got a lot of good fighters that can't do the boxing, man. They doing some marvelous things, man. I can't wait till that day I can just have them just come and say, I'm such and such and such.
Some of them left here, they became truck drivers. We got one of our females, she's a journalist now.
It's a lot of good stuff happening.
Some of them
A lot
in the medical
fighters, man.
field.
Some of them entrepreneurs,
It's
man,
a
own
blessing.
their own businesses.
Yeah.
How many
It's a
kids you
blessing.
think this gym has saved, Coach, over the years, man? Because if this gym wasn't here, how many you think would have been lost to the
It's a
streets?
lot, man. It's a lot. And we had people be saying, thank you, man, how we changed their life. And I was like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. It's thousands of
man,
them.
Kenny, I call this my cross.
We lost a few to the street, but we saved more, you know.